What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000, back in the place to be, and welcome back to the MMO Hopper. Today we're taking a look at Naruto Online. Yes indeed. So before we get started, let's get two things out of the way first. Number one, this is the only officially licensed Naruto Online game available in the West. Any other version of this game that you've seen or played before was not officially licensed by Namco Bandai. This is the only one. So that's number one. Number two, this is a hero collecting browser game. So I'm not gonna spend half this video condemning it or ripping it for being what it is. I'm only gonna focus on what the game is and not what it's not. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me to be mad at it for being a browser hero collector game. That's like playing a fighting game and being upset that it's not a football game. Like, I know what I got into when I downloaded it, so I'm going to judge it based on what it is and not what it's not. All right, so that's that. So let's jump into the game and kind of give you an idea of my thoughts on the title. So number one, the UI is terrible. I hate the UI. It's so bad. I don't know what the fascination is with all these companies that make these type of games like League of Angels and things like that, to have all of these little glowy icons all over the screen. It doesn't make any sense to me. All of these things could have been condensed into like a couple of buttons, like a button called like an event button or a claims button or anything like that. It doesn't make any sense where I have to go here and claim that. I gotta go here, spin this wheel. I gotta go over, well, not this one. I gotta go over here, spin this. There's just so many buttons to click on, and maybe it's some type of psychological thing to make people spend more money. I don't know. I hate it. All right. So that's number two. But let's jump into some actually positive things about the game. Yes, positive. I said that. So let's jump into combat, and I'll kind of give you an idea of what I think this game actually does pretty well. So we're going to jump into a survival mode. We're going to go in here. So survival mode is basically 12 stages, and you need to get through all 12 stages without all your ninjas dying. You don't get your HP back after every stage, so it is a trial of survival. So let's do this. So I'm going against Sasuke here in the front with Sakura backing him up. This is the generic main character, which we'll talk about later. And there goes Kankuro. So I'm actually going to just put Kankuro down here so they can be in front of each other. I'm going to put Gaara in front of Sasuke because he's strong against him. And then everyone else is just fine. So this is an autoplay RPG. Most of the stuff is just going to play out at ×2 speed at auto. But there is a degree of strategy that goes into setting up your team prior to the match. And that's kind of what I showed you here. So I kept Gaara in front of Sasuke, so he'll focus on Sasuke more because he's strong against him. So he'll be able to kill him rather quickly. So there is a degree of strategy involved, even though it's autoplay. I know a lot of people out there hate autoplay style games, but this game isn't that bad. So that's that. Now, animation-wise, man, I'm actually really impressed with this game. The combat is exactly what I would expect a Naruto Online game to be. Now, yeah, I would want maybe some more frames of animation, but like Kankuro using his puppet right there, that's actually really good. And another really positive thing about this game when it comes to the combat and when it comes to the characters, they did really good by the license, guys. So 1-star Gaara looks totally different than 2-star, looks totally different from 3-star and 4-star and 5-star. But it's not just the looks. The way they stand, the way they animate, the way they attack, the attacks that they use, everything changes based on the star level of your hero. So I'm actually pretty impressed with that they didn't have to do that. They could have went the completely lazy route, but they didn't. Let's do one more combat round here, just to kind of give you some more of that. So let's go. Let's see how much HP I got. So Kankuro is almost dying here, so I'm going to pull him out. And then we're going to replace him with, let's get Sasuke. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to go with Tamari. I'm going to put Tamari in here because she benefits with Gaara. So obviously, just like in the anime, the teams do have a degree of synergy as well. So when Gaara does his sand prison, and that's actually another cool thing that I thought was a nice touch, it changes the entire stage to sand, and it gives all wind ninjas I think a shield and some more attack power. Look at Haku here. So he just changed it to his little frozen mirror prisons, just like the anime. Like, they did a really good job. The first time I saw this, I was like, are you serious? Like, they could have easily just phoned this game in. They could have did the most laziest version of this title ever. And I know a lot of people will be like, well, it's a browser game, so it is lazy. I get that. But they did a good job with the animations and the way that the characters move and animate, and it's good. I gotta give it props there. So we'll have Ninetales, Naruto, and Sakura combo it up to take out the other main generic character. So that's basically combat right there, and I'll show you some more of that in a little bit. But that kind of gives you an idea of the combat. So let's go and take a look at my ninjas here, so I can kind of show you what the meat and potatoes of the game is. So as you can see here, so my main character, and I don't know why they gave you a main character. It doesn't make any sense. Like, they could have just let you have just like give me Choji as my main character, or not my main character, as my first ninja. You didn't have to give us main characters in this game. Like, nobody wants this. I would much rather have a slot open for another ninja. And yes, you have to have your generic ninja in 99% of the different modes in this game. You have to have your main character in as one of your ninjas. That really annoys me. I would much rather have no main character and give me the ability to use 4 ninjas of my choosing. Like, it made no sense to me. So that is that. All right, so let's talk about how you'll be playing this game. So let's take a look at Naruto, for example, compared to... Actually, let's use Sasuke as an example. He's actually a really good example. So in these hero collecting games, you want to collect heroes or ninjas in this game. As you can see here, I have Sasuke fragments. Once I get up to 50 fragments here, I will be able to upgrade Sasuke from 2-star up to 3-star. And I believe it goes all the way up to 5, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. And obviously, the more stars you have, the more power you have. But just like I was alluding to before, it's more than just power. So Sasuke is a great example. So 1-star Sasuke is basically just emo Sasuke. Like, he doesn't look like this right now. But once you go up to 2-star Sasuke, he gets the cursed seal, which is basically this Sasuke version right here. So now he looks totally different. And then once he goes to 3-star, he'll be a totally different Sasuke once again. So that's actually pretty neat. And I'm really curious to see if some of the supporting cast like Choji have different star ups as well. And I'll show you that in the future. I'm sure he does, but we'll take a look at that. Rock Lee, I can't wait to get him up to 2-star as well, but I'm getting off topic. And then Gaara, of course, like I was telling you before, 2-star and 1-star Gaara have different animations. They stand different. Kakashi is another really good example of him. When you first get him, he stands really kind of weird, but once he's ranked up, he stands like really like cocky like. So really good touches, man. I gotta give them props. Gotta give them props where props is due. They did a good job on that. Now, this is an autoplay RPG, and I know a lot of people have lots of things to say about autoplay RPGs, but the real strategy of the game isn't the actual turn-based nature of it. And that's a thing that I think a lot of people focus on, but they shouldn't really focus on that. So, yes, you go into combat and you don't really select, excuse me. Yes, you go into combat and you don't really select what you want to do next, but all of that strategy is done prior to the match. So selecting where you want your ninjas to stand is a big strategy. Your main character, so your main character actually has a talent tree. So I can actually change her to make her a little slightly different ninja. And yes, I know I just said I hated the fact that I had a main character ninja, but I do like this talent tree. So if I want to make her more poison based, I can do that. If I want to make her more healing based, I can do that. If I want her to be more water damage focused, I can also do that. And I can switch these things around at will. There's no problems with doing that. There's no like fee or anything like that. So right now I have her kind of healing focus, because that allows me to really do survival mode really well, because I have Sakura and I have my main character both healing, and that allows us to go through more stages. So that's kind of the way I have her set up here. And there are different talent pages as well, so you can easily get to whatever talent tree that you want your main character to be on. So yeah, the main character is okay. It's okay, but I still would prefer not to have it. So that's that. So that is as far as, team instances are open. So I'm not going to show you this, I don't think, unless it's a really easy one. Battle on the Bridge is a really easy one. All right. So unlike a lot of games in this genre, this game actually has instances, and it also has team play as well. So right now I'm in a group of 2 other people here, and we're going to go fight the Battle on the Bridge with Zabuza. All right, come on. So here we are on the Battle on the Bridge, just like the anime. And I said his name wrong, isn't it? Zabuza. Sorry, Zabuza. So this is the battle on the bridge, exactly like the anime was. So I'm grouped up with 2 other people and their teams, and we're just going and fighting this little boss battle. Pretty interesting, and I can talk to my little friends here. Hold up. Hey guys. Hi guys. And this is all real time. All of these players are actually online right now. It's not like a lot of those games where you only interact with AI versions of people. Nope, this is the actual people that are playing right now. So pretty interesting. Looks like they're using pretty much the same kind of crew that I'm using. As far as heroes that you get really early, you get Naruto, you get Sasuke, and you get Sakura like really early. And then, of course, you get the second team as well. They're not actually called the second team, but the second team that you see in the anime. Ino, you get Choji, and what's the other guy's name? It's been a while. Shikimaru, I believe. You get him as well. And then right after that, you start getting, you get Gaara, you get Tamari, and you get Kankuro as well. Man, these names are really hard to say in real life. So you get them in the same order as the anime kind of goes. So we're gonna do this one more time with the same group here. Basically what you wanna do here is you wanna run this little instance multiple times to get the rewards here. So we'll go and do this one more time. So as you can see, my Naruto Ninetales is not exactly, he doesn't fight the same way as the standard Naruto does. So the standard Naruto uses his clones, of course. So you can see the screen just absolutely filled with Narutos. But my Naruto Ninetales, he's more about like killing enemies in a line. There we go. Gaara changing the whole screen to sand here. Anybody that's a wind ninja is a little bit stronger here. Very good here. The voice acting is actually pretty good as well. And down you go, courtesy of Mr. Ninetales. I think that's all. Well, I'm gonna leave the party anyway, because you guys don't need to keep seeing that. You have to do it like 2 or 3 times, maybe, I believe. Pick a little card. I actually needed that. That's awesome. I think that's all I need, but I'm gonna leave party anyway. I'm out. Let me make sure though. Nope, I needed to do it one more time. So you do that 3 times. That'll get you some rewards. All right, so that is out of nowhere. I got to show you that there is a mode in this game that allows you to group with other players, and that's something that a lot of these games don't have. So there are a lot of little boss fights and a lot of little scenes from the anime that you can team up with other players to actually do. The same thing goes with the guild as well. They're called groups in this game. The group that I'm in is called Hentai, whatever. So there are different, let me see if I can go to my base really quick. Can you go into the base? Thank you. So there are different modes here as well. So there's this thing called a plunder mission, and there's a thing called an escort mission. Now these things that you want to do with your guild. These are kind of the types of missions that you'll do to get yourself group points. And the more group points you have, the more things that you can buy from this store here. So obviously if you want to, and I'll talk about the store a little bit later. I don't want to kind of dive into the store just yet. But the more group things that you do with your guild, and I know, not a guild, the more group things you do with your group, you can actually get more points here to buy fragments and other items as well. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. So that's basically the guild system. There's a lot of things that you have to do together. So if you join this game, make sure you play with an active guild, because there are things like this here, these group instances. Like I said, you can only do it with your group that are actually pretty difficult. And you can also, I think you can actually up the difficulty here, but I think you have to kill the previous one before you can do that. And there are a couple different chapters here. Once again, they follow the anime, so actually pretty interesting. So yeah, this is a browser game, but man, they are doing the Naruto license some justice here. I mean, as good as a browser game can be, the Naruto license is bringing it up to the next level. So I gotta give it props there. So what else do I want to show you here? So I showed you basics of combat. I showed you what you'll be doing to upgrade your heroes. One thing I'll kind of give you a glimpse of, but I won't really kind of show too much of it. So the PvE aspect of the game. So just like in normal fashion with a lot of these games, you'll go to these different stages and you'll 3-star them. And once you 3-star them, you'll move on to the next stage. If you 3-star them, you can go back and sweep through them. That means that you can go into the stage without actually fighting it manually and get these rewards. So if you're familiar with raid tickets and sweep tickets from other games, this allows you to quickly just go and get rewards out of this without actually playing the actual match itself. Now, this is where, once again, they did the Naruto license some justice here. All of these things, if you're a Naruto fan, you kind of recognize some of these. These things follow the anime. So when you're going through here and fighting through these PvE missions, you will get clips from the anime. You will fight battles from the anime. They did a really, really good job. And look, let's keep going. All of these things are from the anime. So you will do things and you'll go to locations and fight battles that you saw from the anime. And it makes it a lot more fun to go through. And it makes it a lot more excruciating when you're out of stamina and you're like, oh my God, I want to do one more plot mission. But you can't because you have no stamina because it's one of those types of games. All right, but I'm not really going to show you that because spoilers if you've never seen Naruto Online. I know a lot of people haven't. So you will be able to kind of follow the story mode in this to kind of get a general idea of what happened in the anime. So that's actually pretty cool. Let's talk about that stamina system since I just kind of touched on it. So this is my stamina bar right here. I have a max of 400. I only have 11 stamina right now. Just like in all of these games, the longer that you're offline or the longer that you kind of sit here, their stamina does regenerate. And of course you can use real life money to regenerate that much faster. So the question comes very quickly, is this game pay to win? Yes. Yeah. Yes, this game is pay to win, but here is something that I have to kind of pose to you. If you're the type of person that wants to be #1 in PvP, this game will make you a very poor man. It will make you a poor woman. Because if you want to be #1 in PvP in a game like this, you will spend thousands of dollars. Now, if you just want to play this game, do the PvE, have fun with your guild, enjoy Naruto Online, the amount of money that you have to spend is a big fat zero. You don't have to spend a dime in this game to go through any of the PvE missions whatsoever. They're all pretty easy. You can 3-star pretty much all of them. And if you can't, you can just level up, grind a little bit, and then get through it. So PvE, big fat $0 if you want to do that. I'm the type of person that if I play a game and I dedicate a lot of hours into it, I don't mind giving it money because this is a really cheap form of entertainment. Like gaming is a really cheap form of entertainment. So I don't mind if I have been playing a game for a while to give them a little bit of money. And I have. So I've already spent $49 in the game to get what this is basically called. It's almost like a subscription. So for 180 days, I basically got a bunch of bonus things. I got Nine Tails Naruto, and I get things every single day to make just to make my life slightly easier and to kind of give back to the developer. I think they did a good job. I really do. So if that kind of takes away my credibility as an MMO reviewer and a source of information, so be it. But I've been having a lot of fun with this game, and I know a lot of that has to do with the fact that it's Naruto Online. I know I'm biased. I'm making it open that I am biased to that. But I'm having fun with it. So as long as I'm going to have fun with it, I'm going to keep playing it. And I don't mind giving it $1 here and there. So that is that. So let's touch on the final piece of this puzzle, the PvP. So PvP comes into 2 flavors. Now, arena PvP is actually pretty interesting. I do like this. So a lot of these games make a mistake where you have these hero collecting games, and once you kind of collect 5 really strong heroes or whatever, you don't really need any other heroes. But in this game, you do need a very deep roster. Now, I've already done these, and I wish I hadn't, but Arena gives you 2 different criterias every day. Now, basically what it'll say use 2 fire ninjas to fight, or use all females, or use a ninja that is cursed, etc., etc., etc. So you have these different prerequisites that you have to put on your team before you go out into combat. So it makes it so that you don't focus on just your favorite ninjas. You got to have a very deep roster, and you have to have a pretty good strategy for winning with that. And what I mean by that, like, let's say, for example, it tells you that you need to win with a fire ninja. The only fire ninja I have is Choji. So now, not only do I need to put Choji in my team, I need to figure out some synergy with Choji that I have to make sure that I can win as fast as possible or as efficiently as possible. Because just putting Choji in my team might not be the best thing. I might need to build around Choji to make sure that I can win that match. So arena mode is actually pretty legit. But here is the mode that'll make you waste all of your money, ranked PvP. And I'll do some ranked PvP really quick. Let me make sure I have my lineup here. Naruto, Gaara, Sakura, and then my main character here. So this is the mode that I don't want you guys to get wrapped up in. just don't do it. Just don't do it. As you can see, all of these people outpower me. I can't beat any of these guys. My power is only 3,375. I can't beat any of these guys at the moment. I'm underpowered. And a lot of people, this is when they start opening their wallet to get more gear, to get more stamina, so they can kind of compete. But the people that are here at the top, man, these people are spending a lot of money to be there. So do the PvP that you can do, enjoy it for what it is, but don't try to be #1 unless you're filthy rich and you just don't care. My rank right now is 191. I'm pretty happy from where I am. I'm not really too worried about it. Let's see, how far does it go? It only shows the top 500. So I'm ranked 191 on my server. I'm on server 2 if you care. But this is a mode that, be careful with it, man, because that will make you broke really fast. So I think that about does it. We've talked about combat and how I feel about that. We've talked about the ninjas. We've talked about the story mode. Let's talk about the cash shop here. And I think that'll do it. And then I'll probably be bringing you more videos of Naruto Online as I continue to level up to kind of let you know what this game is all about. There's some interesting things there's some interesting boss fights that are in this game, some interesting plot battles that are in this game. So I would love to kind of share some of that with you. So I will continue to bring you some Naruto Online videos as I continue to play it. So yeah, let's talk about the cash shop. Why is this game pay to win? So the reason why this game is pay to win is based on these little items right here. So for example, this bad boy right here will give you plus 71 attack. It costs 135 tokens, which you can kind of get in game, or 135, I don't know what these things are called, but 135 of these things, which are the cash shop currency. So if I want to open up my wallet, buy a bunch of these attack things, and then go on to my ninja, go to Gaara, and then just level up all of these things right here to give him a ton of attack power, I've just paid to win. Like the clearest case of paying to win that you'll ever see. But like I said, that only affects PvP. That's the only thing that it'll ever affect. PvE is all you. And if you're in a group with someone that's paid to win and he joins your group to go do like some team up missions, who cares? He just made the game easier for you. So when it comes to PvE, it doesn't matter. But when it comes to PvP, man, it's very, very easy to pay to win in this game. So that is that. So I think that's the last thing I wanted to cover. Yes, the game is pay to win. Yes, I like the combat. I like the ninjas. I like the overall feel for the game. I'm having a pretty good time with it. Yes, I've spent money on the game. Yes, I'm about to change my character here. So there is a way. The video is basically over right now. So that's all I'm going to kind of focus on here. I'm just going to kind of screw around for a second. So I can actually change who I want to walk around in town with. So if I want to change myself to Rock Lee, which I do want to, boom, now I'm Rock Lee. For whatever reason, you have to have a thing called a Shapeshifters coupon to do this. I get one every single day and it lasts a full day. So it's not that big of a deal for me, but I don't think that people, I don't think if you are not subscribed to the game that you get one of those, but I'm not really going to look that up at the moment. You can look that up on your own. So yeah, I can walk around as Rock Lee and be a ninja. And actually, another thing I'll kind of show you, if you're still watching the video even though I told you the video was over, I'll show you one of these little plot missions, but keep in mind, spoilers. So when you go to one of these missions, you're actually free to walk around and you see all the enemies kind of just hanging out over there. So I can kind of like try to go by them and they'll try to aggro me. All right, let's kill these guys really quick here. These guys are going to be nothing compared to me. So this is a clone here. So a lot of people make clone teams because They're actually pretty powerful. It's almost like having a shield or having extra HP, obviously. Filling up the screen with as many clones as you possibly can. But I'm just going to kind of focus my teams on just my favorite ninjas, so I'm not really too worried about that. I'm also very upset that Gaara is so easy to get in this game. He's like my favorite ninja in Naruto Online. Gaara's like my, get him. He's like my favorite ninja, so I'm really mad that he is so easily obtained in this game. But I guess, you know, people like Naruto as well, and he's pretty easy to get, so it is what it is. Alright, so there's treasure in this map too as well. So once we kill this little, once we kill this. Ninetales, man, he is super strong. And Gaara is just, he has a pretty good synergy here with Naruto. And of course he has a good synergy with Kankuro, obviously. Because like I said, it does follow the anime. In the middle of combat, you can actually talk to your guild if you want. But I don't want to. I gotta move Kankuro up. Because he never gets his puppet out until like the very end. So I'll show you a little something here as well. And like I said, the video's over. The video's over. You guys could have left by now. I'm not gonna cover anything interesting from this point on. So what I'm gonna do, can I not change my lineup here? Oh, I can't change. So there is a way that you can basically make it so that certain ninjas go first on your team. So I need to move up Kankuro to at least going third. I think he's fourth right now. If I can get him to go third, he can get that puppet out. Or maybe I should make him go first to get the puppet out as soon as possible. But as you can see, when you walk around this little map here, you can find treasure and you can find little bits of gold. You don't have to do those. You don't have to go and get those to complete the stages as well. So the exploration of these maps is completely up to you. Now I'm going to try to go around these guys here like a ninja. Good job, Rock Lee. And when you find these little things on the map, ooh, there's some gold over there. So when you find these things on the map, they are hard modes. So you can go in here, it's completely optional, but the only way to get a 3-star is by killing all of the enemies on the map as well as defeating the hard mode. So I'm going against my team here, man. Hold up. Yeah, I can't change it. That sucks. Gaara versus Gaara. It's really going to be kind of a wash because we're all wind ninjas, so whatever. But see, he has his Kankuro going first. That's why that puppet's already out. And my Kankuro is just sitting there like a dweeb. And there goes the 1-star Gaara over here looking like a scrub. Look at this scrub compared to me. Yeah, what up? And hopefully you'll be able to see what I was talking about here. We have different attack animations, as you can see. The way that he does this little sand attack is completely different than the way I do mine. So I like it, man. See, as you can see there. And if we get to the point where we do our ultimates, which we should. Calm down, other Gaara. You guys are actually doing a pretty freaking good job. I should have had Sakura on my team. Bring it down. Alright, see you later. Beautiful. Alright, comeback is real. Comeback is real. Yeah, I need to drop Kankuro and put Sakura on my team. So as you can see, his little sand prison attack is different than mine. And that's just because he's a 1-star. Or he might be a 2-star, I'm not sure, but either way, he's not a 3-star. Down you go. Down you go. Sand to the face. Alright. Alright, Rock Lee. Let's go do this last one here. And as you can see, it's going through the actual anime here. So we're talking to Baki. I'm going to skip it. Well, I'm not going to skip it. If you're still watching this video, you know about the anime at this point. These guys are not going to be as hard as that other fight that I just did. That other fight was the hard mode fight. This is just the general basic stuff here. So Kankuro is fine here, but I am going to drop him for Sakura, and I kind of hate that. Right now, I feel like you have to have Sakura in your group, man. To have that healer is just so invaluable, and I've tried to use my main character, but she just can't keep up the way the Sakura can keep up. So I'm gonna have to drop you, Kankuro. Oh, I am actually getting my butt whipped here a little bit. Nice little 2-hit combo. Sit down. Gaara is so awesome, by the way. Very good at giving your team shields, giving their attack power boosts, and then of course bringing down. All right, well I guess Naruto's gonna finish it off. Nope. Gaara, finish this off. Done and done. So that's gonna do it for this video, guys. My name is FG3000. This is Naruto Online, a game I'm actually having a good amount of fun with. I'm loving kind of following the story and just collecting my favorite ninjas, man. This is a pretty decent game for what it is. So once again, FG3000, MMO Hopper, and I'll see you next video. Later.